There is a persistent myth circulating online that an activation-locked iPhone can be stripped down to function as a standalone camera. It sounds logical, but the internal security architecture of these devices makes that impossible. If you are struggling with a locked device, you need to understand the difference between hardware capability and software restriction. We are breaking down the technical reasons why the activation lock persists, helping you understand your device's true status and saving you from wasting time on ineffective workarounds that simply do not work. Hey, it's Elliot from McCrunch. I will show you exactly why that screen remains a permanent roadblock. I am explaining how Apple servers verify ownership, why bypass attempts fail, and the only legitimate ways to regain access to your hardware. Quick legal note before we continue. Attempting to bypass security protocols on your device may violate terms of service and void your warranty. These methods are not supported by the manufacturer. Always use official channels to resolve ownership verification issues.
This segment is a paid partnership with Unloxy. You can find an immediate fix for your iPhone lock to owner screen through this platform. Repair shops and phone resellers use this service to remove iCloud locks from iPhones, iPads, Apple Watches, and Mac computers. You get back full control of your device without any hassle. This method works in any country on every model and operating software version. Pay close attention now if you want to resolve your issue. Take your locked device and press the power button to turn the screen off. Turn it back on and select the eye icon in the bottom right corner to show the IMEI. Note the IMEI or serial number displayed on the screen. Write it down right away because this is a crucial step. Head over to the Unloxy site to create a new account or login. Open their iCloud Unlock app and pick your specific device type. Enter that IMEI or serial number you just noted. Agree to the terms and click the button to unlock your phone now. Each unlock costs 50 coins and you start with 0. You can avoid purchasing expensive coins by hitting the Join button below this video. Pick the membership tier that includes Unloxy access. Go to the membership tab on this channel and grab the gift code for 250 coins. This is a guaranteed way to get your credit safely through YouTube and Google Pay. Once you have your coins, submit your order and track the progress on their dashboard. The process is quick and the support team responds fast. Keep your device powered on and connected to Wi-Fi the entire time. When the status shows as finished, press the back button on your device. This forces a connection to the servers to pull the updated activation status. Your phone now lets you proceed. Skip through the setup and set up a new iCloud account immediately. This is a legal and constantly updated service for all models. Click that Join button now to get your voucher code.
I see this screen daily in my support inbox, where a device meant to be a simple camera turns into a locked paperweight. When I power on a device that has been reported lost or remains associated with a previous account, the interface halts immediately at the activation screen. I cannot bypass this by removing the camera module or disabling the antenna, because the security check happens at the core logic board level. I have watched many people attempt to reset the software or strip the hardware, only to find the device remains tethered to the original owner. I understand the frustration, so let me explain the mechanics of activation lock and why it is a fundamental security protocol rather than a software glitch. The activation lock functions as a cryptographic handshake between the device hardware and remote servers. When I start an iPhone, the secure enclave inside the processor sends a unique identifier to the manufacturer servers. This process confirms whether the device is linked to a valid account. If the server identifies an active lock, it instructs the operating system to prevent any further access until the correct credentials are provided. This is not a superficial software setting that I can simply toggle off in the menu. It is an integral component of the boot sequence designed to protect data. Because this check happens before the operating system even loads, no external hardware modification can override the protocol. I must verify ownership to proceed. I strongly advise against paying for third-party services that promise a quick software bypass. These websites often harvest personal data or take your money without providing the results they claim. True security is permanent, and no external tool can override the server-side status of a device. If you have the original owner's contact details, ask them to remove the device from their account list through their own cloud settings. This action immediately clears the activation lock from the server. If you do not have that connection, the device remains unusable. Always verify the status of a second-hand purchase by checking the serial number against official support tools before finalizing any transaction to prevent these common ownership issues. I have explained how the activation lock functions as a cryptographic handshake that prevents unauthorized access to your hardware. We covered why hardware modifications cannot bypass these server-side security protocols and why you should avoid unreliable third-party services that promise quick fixes. I hope this clarifies the reality of your device status and helps you make informed decisions when purchasing secondhand gear.
If this guide was helpful, we invite you to like and subscribe and enable notifications to be informed on future updates and guides.